Hey, what's good, y'all? How's everyone doing? Hope y'all had an amazing day. Today we jump in a different sim. We are in Le Mans Ultimate, a game that I never touched yet, and I've seen a lot of stuff on YouTube, TikTok and everything. So I thought by myself, let's give it a try. Spoiler alert, I'm not the best GT driver yet. I'm still a bit slow, especially because I normally always race in Formula cars or prototype cars. And GT is just a little bit different, but it's loads of fun. So we are at Spa. That was the perfect timing, to be honest. Yeah, I did forgot to put crew chief on. That's probably also the reason why we will get a drive-through penalty for speeding. I don't know why that is, because I just was perfectly on speed limiter. But hey, that is what it is. But Spa for this week. My favorite track, and probably the only track that I decently know with some GT cars. A bit of a touchy beginning to this race, but we made it through turn 1, had a bit of wheel spin on the exit of the corner, but we went through, and that is something that surprised me a little bit, because normally on every single racing game has in the back of at further back from us, we had a crash up at Eau Rouge, but normally in like rookie races or like low safety rating / driver rating lobbies, you'll see a lot of contact, especially at the beginning, but also throughout the race, and that wasn't the case for this game, and that's something that really surprised me, especially through here as well. Everybody just going in a one lane, no moves or anything, no crazy stuff.
Car right, clear right.
So that was pretty interesting to me, because normally you'll see loads of chaos happening in turn 1, people trying to win the race into turn 1, but that just wasn't the case. It was the case when you go up the splits, because I think I was at the lower splits right now, but yeah, I did like 25 races in 3 days or something, and throughout going up the ladder into higher splits, I've seen like guys do crazy moves, but we made a few moves. Already we are now at the back of this Corvette that is struggling a little bit with the grip. I don't know, maybe he's not using any traction control or anything, but he was struggling a little bit. As we also have this drive-through penalty that we need to come into the pits for within 3 laps, but I just wanted to see how the racing was, so I just kept on going till the last lap of when I need to go in. And we are now at the back of the Corvette going in towards the bus stop chicane, braking quite a bit early, also a little bit on the grass, managed to keep the car alive and not drive straight into this guy. As we go now onto the start-finish straight, still side by side. As we go towards turn 1, getting the tow from the Beamer up ahead, but the Corvette is a bit quicker. But I am still on his side, and now he got me. Great defending by him, as well as going side by side towards / through Eau Rouge Raidillon is not really a smart idea in my opinion. I've seen it with my own eyes, made a mistake there while trying to go side by side in there, but hey, you gotta learn. As we had a better entry exit through Eau Rouge here, it was a little bit bumpy on the curbs, on the high curbs, and you don't want to do that. So we had to overspeed towards Lake Com, and we managed to get that position. So we now need to try and catch up with the guys ahead, but keep in mind we still got that penalty and we need to get into the pits for that. It's a drive-through penalty, but for now it is all great. Also the lap times were not that quick. I was in the 24s at the moment. It says 34s, but that was just because of the first lap, of course. And yeah, that's still about 5-6 seconds off like the quickest lap. I think the quickest lap of the week at that time was a 2:19 point something. Yeah, so that's still 5 or 6 seconds off. But throughout the races, throughout the practice sessions, I managed to get more seconds and try to use the whole track, looking at this few little spots that you can use to rotate the car. For an example, after Les Combes, after the long right hairpin, when you go into that 90-degree corner, you can just go onto the curb and then it will unsettle the car, but you also just still have enough grip to keep the car straight and not spin the car. So those little things were helping me with finding some extra lap time, but still far off. I think I did a 20.8 or something in a race, so that's also with slipstream. And yeah, so like the best lap I personally did in quali was a 21.4 or 2. As we, this guy, this Beamer, made a mistake out of La Source. So that's another free place over there, as you can see, 24.1. But as we go at the end of this lap, we need to box. And this is something I really like about this game, is you have it in most games nowadays. Only I think in the F1 games it's not there, that you gotta drive into the pits for yourself. But there's also, when you are in practice or qualifying sessions, you just be in your pit box and you gotta drive out of that. But you need to watch out, because if somebody else is leaving their pit box or they are already in the pit lane on the fast lane, then you gotta watch out, because there is contact, and that's going two ways, to be honest. Because it is a little bit better, but also it can be really annoying, because when somebody is doing an unsafe release, then you'll collide, maybe go into the wall, pick up some damage, but haven't had that problem yet. As we now catch up with this guy, after serving our penalty, we are going towards Pouhon, going onto this curb, but the car is yeah, losing the rear there, through there, because of going onto the curb and not stabilizing the car enough. Yeah, that's just something to learn, especially because it's just the first race, but after one full lap, 1.5 lap, we already catched up with him again. And are going to try and make a move. As he goes a little bit deep into the bus stop chicane. I have the better exit early on the power. Try to not run into him over nothing. But he's still there on the inside. And he is trying to outbrake me. But not today, my friend. We just do the switchback. Bit of a bad exit. So he does get early on the power and then still manage to be ahead of me. But I think the Beamer, the big old Beamer, is a lot quicker on the straights. I think it's a weird mistake through Eau Rouge. Goes off the track, of course, and then gets his track limits thing. I'm not sure if you get a slowdown or anything for that, but that is what it is. As you can see in the rear view mirror, he is already a few seconds behind. Now driving 23.6 at the moment, going even quicker for 4/10 only through the first sector, as this Mustang and Ferrari, if I'm correct, are battling with each other, so we can catch up quite easily. Yeah, this Mustang has a blue flag and he just goes out of the way. Pretty nice from him. That's also something you don't normally always see. There's of course people that know what all the flags means, but there's also people that just ignore the flags and just think, yeah, just overtake me and I'm going to fight for it, even though they are a lap behind. So massive W's from the Mustang behind. But this Ferrari over here is a bit slow, to be honest. Could catch up quite easily. As you can see, he takes wide entry lines, not using all of the track, so this should be a pretty easy overtake, as you can see as well, as he goes into the gravel, and we can easily overtake him. He had quite a lot of damage on the rear, so probably got rear-ended by somebody. And then we make the move done as he goes off the track as well over there. And I was a bit scared over here because he went for the inside, but not close enough to make a move. And then you can just stay ahead of him and try to drive away, but next lap is already the last lap. And we made it to P11 with a drive-through. I think quite a lot of people were DNFing or retiring their car, so yeah, that was a pretty decent race overall. Then for the second race, didn't do any qualifying because I wanted to see the racing on the game. I wanted to taste everything, as we didn't get a drive-through penalty this time. That's already a W. Going into turn 1 pretty early on the brakes because I wanted to survive. The Mustang is going really slow. The McLaren luckily was quick enough going into turn 1, so I could just go to the left and avoid the Mustang. Now then, going towards Eau Rouge, there's a Porsche behind us, 2 McLarens ahead of us. The McLaren straight ahead is going a bit slow into Eau Rouge. So we are already side by side. There's somebody on the left, so that's a free position.
Still there. Sector 1 is
not fully clean through the first sector on the first lap. He is still on the inside. Try to outbrake him. Braked a bit early, to be honest. Could have braked a little bit later, but he was going really slow through the corner as we catched up with the McLaren. Should have been a bit wider through here, but I went for the defensive move, even though I didn't have to defend at all. This McLaren goes for the defense as well. It's pretty difficult to go around the outside through here, as the guys behind can also just tuck their front in, as I go straight into this guy. As I thought we could have braked a bit later, but yeah, made a small mistake there. Luckily he survived and no crazy things happened, as we now go for the outside of him into the next corner. We already cleared him, so easy overtake. I don't even know where he's at. He crashed or something, as there is a Ford Mustang that spun and didn't hold the brakes. He tried to go off the track as I wanted to go for the onto the grass, and then yeah, that was a bit of a miscommunication there. Yeah, so I had to go into the pits, even though I didn't even have to go to the pits, as you will see in a second, because there was no jam. There wasn't that much damage. I thought it was a lot of damage on the front, but there honestly just wasn't, because I only did 45 seconds in there, so I think I could have just kept on going. But yeah, that was a bit of a mistake from my end. But as soon as I see repair on the pit stop thing, MFD, then I think I got damage that will slow me down. But as you can see, the best time right now is a 22.5. So throughout this race I could practice a little bit more and managed to already take off 2 seconds a lap, so that's already a great positive. But that is the end of the race and the end of the video. So if you enjoyed, don't forget to like, subscribe. If you want to see more, let me know into the comments, and I'ma see y'all.